Alex Pereira's recent challenge for a heavyweight super fight against Jon Jones has stirred plenty of conversation about what could be next for the reigning champion. Many fans began speculating, what if his next opponent isn't Jones, but rather the winner of Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane at UFC 321? That matchup would be massive in its own right. However, the Brazilian has made it absolutely clear that his focus lies solely on Jon Jones at heavyweight. No one else interests him. Still, the stylistic possibilities are fascinating to think about. When analyzing potential matchups, Pereira might face a tougher stylistic test in Aspinall, who possesses a dangerous, well-rounded game and elite-level grappling that could challenge Pereira's takedown defense. A bout with Gane, on the other hand, would be a more striking-focused affair, perfectly suited to Pereira's strengths. In a recent interview with the National News, Ciryl Gane expressed that he feels like a completely different fighter now, more mature, sharper, and more confident, and he believes he'll finally secure the undisputed heavyweight crown. If that happens, a showdown between two of the most technical strikers in the sport, Gane and Pereira, would be one of the most intriguing potential fights in the UFC.
I'm confident for this fight. I don't want to talk of the after the fight. I'm confident for this fight. I want this belt, and I do my best during the camp for that. But everybody knows my strength already. I can move very well. I can manage the distance very well. My striking is a high-level striking, and so I'm gonna manage this. I do this for me. Like the target is the belt, and I'm not focused on the social media, the people outside. I'm really focused on my family, my friend, my team, my goal, my target, and training. This is a different mindset.
Thank you all for helping me reach 50 subscribers. It really means a lot. Let's keep growing together. Next goal, 100 subscribers. Your support truly keeps me going. Recently, newly surfaced footage from a different angle of the infamous altercation between Khamzat Chimaev and Khabib Nurmagomedov's cousin Abubakar sent shockwaves through the MMA world. Fans finally got to see a perspective that had never been clear before, one that focused entirely on Khabib's reaction as the situation unfolded. In the original viral clips, all eyes were on Khamzat as he lunged at Abubakar and chaos erupted around the cage. But this new footage tells a much deeper story. It shows Khabib climbing onto the cage, pausing halfway, and glaring directly down at Chimaev from above. For a brief moment, it looks as though he's about to jump in, but he holds himself back, a clear act of restraint and respect, avoiding an escalation that could have turned the scene into total mayhem. At one point, Khabib turns his head and sees his cousin shouting and cursing at Khamzat, clearly realizing the situation has gotten out of hand. Watching that hesitation, it's shocking to think how close fans were to witnessing Khabib himself getting physically involved, which would have created a legendary brawl, seconds away from complete chaos. To put it in perspective, the Nurmagomedov family, like many people from the Caucasus, have a strong sense of loyalty and brotherhood. They stand by their friends and relatives without hesitation, especially in moments of confrontation. Knowing that, the fact that Khabib didn't leap in makes his composure all the more remarkable. We were genuinely moments away from a Khabib versus Khamzat confrontation that could have changed MMA history. As for Chimaev's future, the latest reports indicate that he is expected to face either Nassourdine Imavov or the winner of Reinier de Ridder versus Brendan Allen at UFC Vancouver. Recently, RDR spoke about the situation and his motivation to stay active for that opportunity.
I tried to stay on this card because of the chance of fighting Khamzat after. That's one of the reasons I really wanted to stay on the Vancouver card, because I think Khamzat might want to fight before Ramadan, right? Ramadan is in February. So they talked about pushing the fight with Fluffy to a later date, but we weren't sure that he'd be ready on time. So I said, let's try and find a new opponent, and let's just keep working and show what I have, so that I have a chance to fight Khamzat in January, hopefully. It's got a lot more complicated, yeah. As you said, if I'd beat Fluffy, I think I'd have a good chance. But both Fluffy and Imavov fought Brendan, and both of them lost the first round. Brendan got very close in the last round to finishing Fluffy. He hurt Fluffy pretty bad, and none of them were able to put Brendan away. So what if I put him away?
Thanks for watching MMA Talks. Comment your thoughts on Brawl between Khamzat and Khabib. Like, share, and subscribe my channel for more UFC MMA content like this. Keep watching us.